Hey there, YouTube. I want to share what I've decided to call my life outburst. As you know, I'm 49 and ready to change everything for the better. Emotionally, financially, spiritually, find some hope, find some peace, make some money, and just have a life outburst. An outburst and a change all the way around. So I wanted to share maybe a couple personal things that happened to me recently and not so recently, and things I wish I knew before this time in my life. I lost my parents in my early 40s. I was 41 and 42 when I lost mom and dad. And I've been single for roughly 14 years or so. My kids are teenagers. But we were doing a good job raising our children, and he was definitely the love of my life and an excellent friend. Cars passing, hold on. So, I was already single and raising two teenagers, at least alone in my house, although their father was actively involved. And then I lost my parents, and it was very hard. It was tough. Because losing both your parents before your kids are even grown is life-changing. We know Christ, which is a comfort. And then the worst of the worst happened. A few years ago, when my kids were just 14 and 16, their father was killed on his motorcycle through no fault of his own. Although I wasn't dating the man, it was hell. I lost the love of my life, but more tragically, my children lost their father. And I found myself very depressed, very alone, and somehow trying to comfort these two wonderful human beings that just experienced loss through their grandparents and now lost their dad. Again, we know Christ. Thank you, God. And we know that the people that we loved and lost knew Christ as well. So there's a lot of hope in that. Ooh, that sun is bright. But here's what I wish I knew before I experienced these losses. I wish that I knew how important friendship was. I wish that I knew how important love is. Not necessarily romantic love, but the love of a great friend, the love of a family member, even like a cousin or an aunt or an uncle or a sibling or a niece or a nephew. These are things to be cherished. These aren't things to ignore. These are relationships that take nurturing and your attention. Don't just say I love you every time you talk to your kids, because it becomes blasé. It becomes just kind of routine, and I don't think it really even communicates love, if I'm honest. Instead, show them you love them. Simple things. Man, sometimes I come out here and pick some flowers. and put them in a cup and put them on my daughter's vanity in her room and leave a little note saying, "You're beautiful, little girl." You know? Sometimes it's just writing my son a note reminding him that the reason his nickname is Number is because he's the number one human being I'll ever know. But just saying I love you at the end of every conversation, it's not doing it. It's not enough. We really have to nurture our relationships and cherish the people that are important in our lives. So with that being said, here I am now. I have these two wonderful people in my house that mean everything to me. Everything. They're the best. But I do mourn those that I've lost, but there's a lot of hope. There's a lot of hope there. But I wish I knew back then what I know now. So, listen. Take care of your relationships with folks. Even friends, just be there. You know, don't just shoot a text every time. Make a phone call once a month and just say, "Hello, how are you? Here's what I'm up to. What's going on? What can I do for you? Here's what I need." Relationships and just human beings need quite a bit of attention and just quite a bit of time and energy. And now that I'm 49, I don't have the friendships and the relationships that I wish I would have nourished more previously in life. And if I'm honest, I have some regrets, wondering if maybe, just maybe, my children's father and I could have put a little bit more into our relationship. I have some regrets. Maybe I owed him a little more. So what I know is that regrets suck. And it's okay to be vulnerable and to accept somebody and to work on relationships. Because once they're gone, they're gone. But here I am. And I'm on this life outburst. I'm going to be moving up. I'm going to be moving up. I've got a store on Mercari. I need to spend more time. I need to nurture that. Speaking of nurturing things. But I do have a store on Mercari. And it's garage sale season. So I will be hitting some garage sales and looking for treasures. It's always fun to find a piece of jewelry, or I like old stuff, you know, antiques, or not even antiques, but like just vintage lamps and rugs and stuff. I'm going to be, and plus I enjoy it. And like I said, we're here to find joy as well. I want to smile more. I want to have purpose. And I'm going to. And this is what I'm doing. So I'm going to be hitting some garage sales and making some little purchases and reselling stuff and expanding my Mercari. And I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be fun. And again, live your life fully. Don't just show the people you love, or excuse me, don't just tell the people that you love them. You got to show them. Just telling them can sound like a dime a dozen. Does anybody else feel this way? I'm really looking forward to 50 because I'm looking forward to some changes for the better. Do you mind pressing that subscription button? It's free, and every little positive note in my life is priceless. With that being said, also make it a point to pay a couple compliments every day. Tell the cashier her hair is pretty. Thank your mailman for delivering the mail. Yeah, it's his job, but thank him. You know, little things, friends. Bring positivity. Positivity is so encouraging. And I wish that I knew that as well. But I'm learning, and it's not too late. Join me.